today we're going to look at 3 different brush cutter blades. And did you know that if you have a Stihl straight shaft trimmer, not all of them, but most of them, you have an opportunity to purchase this kit right here that includes a larger deflector along with all the hardware that will allow you to put on several different brush blades. Now that's what you need when you want to get out and tackle something like this. This is not grass that I'm trying to cut down here like this that I can use a line head on. These are blackberries. They're woody, they're stocky, they're stemmy, and I'm sure that in your part of the world you've got something like this that you need to cut down. The 3 blades we're going to look at today are not Stihl blades, although Stihl, the brand, does make several different blades. I'm going to just show the difference between an Oregon brush knife. This is a 3-tooth brush blade, very popular. A lot of people like this thing. Most of my customers don't. They've discovered better. We're going to look at this 14-inch, sorry, let's back up. This is a 12-inch diameter blade. We're going to look at this 14-inch flat blade, big mammoth, beastly flat blade. And we're going to look at this blade right here that we call the shredder blade. Some people call it a mulcher blade. You'll see that it curves down here on the ends. This is a unique blade that really does well on the material I'm going to cut today. So as always, we do need to have our safety gear on, and when you're running these blades, you want to protect your face and your ears with a loud machine. So we're going to be rocking here an FS240 today. Let's quickly put one of these blades on. I'm going to set it upside down. Let's start with the brush knife. And what's going to happen here is I'm going to take off this nut and this cup and this washer, flip this over here, and this blade will center on the arbor. This blade can go on either way. It's reversible per se. I'm going to put this thrust washer on like so. This UFO disc to keep you out of the dirt a little bit, protect it. And I'm going to spin this on its reverse thread. Let me tighten it up a minute. To do so, we're going to lock a pin in the gearbox and take our scrunch and reverse thread, tighten this baby up. So again, this is the 3-tooth brush knife. When I fire this trimmer up, it's going to get loud. Okay, the 3-tooth brush knife. And I've already warmed this machine up a little bit, so I can go ahead and hit it hard right away. I'm not a big fan of this blade. It works really well on grass, and its design is to go back and forth like this in a sweeping. When I have these things that are growing up like so, it's not the best answer. It'll do it, but it's a little slow. But I would like this if I were cutting right at ground level, like so. All right, let's try the next blade. We're going to spin this blade off really quick, and we're going to go to the 14-inch flat blade. A little larger diameter, a little more open. I would say the negative, let's go with the positive. The positive of this 3-tooth blade is it's a little more forgiving if we were to hit something large and immovable. So take, for example, a T-post. Because of that third leg in there, it holds, it's less likely to solidly hit it. It's more likely to kind of ricochet or bounce off it, glance off of it. Okay, now we're going to run this 14-inch flat, and this thing is an amazing mowing blade. If you have tall grass, what we would call reed canary grass here in the Pacific Northwest, it's called all kinds of different stuff, or there's different varieties around the world. But if you've got tall grass, this thing is an amazing tool for cutting it down. So we got this blade on here tight. Let's make sure that doesn't disappear again. Let's fire this up. real advantage of this blade is the size, the width, as well as how low we can get and really shave stuff off at the ground and clean it up. I'm going to turn it and I'm going to get into some tall grass down here, and then we'll come back and we'll look at the shredder blade. So that's not crazy tall grass, but let's go see how it does it. So again, if you're not dealing with stuff that's all tangled and a mess, this flat blade is awesome. All right, let's rotate here. Okay, now we're going to roll with the shredder blade. Now this blade actually goes on, well, when the machine's upside down like this, I want this to be shredding downward while I'm using it. So again, center it on the arbor. Here goes the washer, the cup, and the nut. Let's tighten this baby up. I always make sure it stays centered because it will shake like crazy if you don't have that on there right. Hopefully you're smart enough to pick that up, but who knows? If you didn't pick it up, you'd do some serious damage to your machine. All right, we're tightened up. Let's not lose that pin. Isn't this nice? This big FS240, 2.3 horsepower. It's got some poop, that's for sure. All right, so we have the shredder blade. This generally is made for doing this from top to bottom or side to side like this. Generally you don't go back and forth, and it's because it's not designed to work that way. Not really the best for tall grass, although it will work. So let's see what we can do with this thing. Amazingly fast and efficient compared to, and I'm getting a bunch of smaller pieces, which will be much easier to clean up. So there you go, that's the 3 blades. All right, just pulling them out here. Let's pull them out here and take a look. We've got our shredder blade on the FS240 right now. We got the brush knife, and we got our 14-inch straight or flat blade. All of them have their own highlights, their own purpose. But ultimately, where we're at in the Pacific Northwest, the shredder blade is the way to go. I'm going to keep working on this. You guys can keep watching it because there's something satisfying about seeing this mess just get cleaned up. There you go. The Stihl FS240 with our favorite blade that we sell at Carl's Mower and Saw. How satisfying is that?
Hey, this is Josh from Carl's Mower and Saw. Thanks for watching our videos. We're proud of the fact that we've been serving you with the best in outdoor power equipment since 1990. We're glad that you had an opportunity to sit down, watch our videos, learn something about an exciting new product that we have, something that interests you for your property, or really how to use your equipment to the best of its ability. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube. We're excited to share more information with you. See you soon.